How's it going, guys? So today we're going to go over the conventional deadlift. Conventional simply means it's going to be a narrow stance, so about hip width. If you don't know specifically, you can always just jump in place, and wherever you land is going to be wherever you actually end up pulling from. Some people will be a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more narrow. Some will go a little bit wider. Pretty much want to be around that hip width. Okay. So from here, we're going to be a little bit more leaned over than say in the hex bar and the sumo, right? So if we go a little bit wider, we're more upright, but we're going to be a little bit more upright than say in the RDL position, okay? So for this one, we're looking at just getting you guys strong at using your hips and your hamstrings and a little bit of your lower back. The biggest thing is whenever we set our feet up, you're going to screw your foot into the ground. So point the toes out by screwing the foot into the ground. You're going to pull the bar right along your shin, okay? Basically, the closer the bar is, the less resistive torque or the weight you actually have to pull in order to get it up. The biggest thing is the further the bar away from your body, the more your back has to take the weight. The closer it is, the less it has to take. So we're trying to teach you to make sure that you keep everything nice and close, all right? So we screw our feet in, bar at the shin, one hand down, one hand up, just outside legs. Nice tight grip. You'll pull the slack out the bar. So basically softly tug until you hear the click, like that. Show off your logo, sit down and back, and then pelvic thrust, right? So it'll be slack, logo, sit, push. Slack, logo, sit, push. Slack, logo, sit, push. All right. So try to make sure you keep it as close as you can, also on the way down, and you go into the exact same position. So for starters, we aren't doing touch and goes, so you'll reset each time after you finish the rep. As we get a little bit more comfortable with the weight, then we'll actually add in touch and goes, basically where we touch the floor, come immediately back up. Now, biggest thing is try to make sure you always keep the back straight, no matter what orientation we're actually in. Try to make sure you keep the slack out of the bar before you pick it up to prevent your back from rounding. Now, one thing is we need to be able to brace our core, and I'll have a video on that. But a real overview is breathe in your diaphragm. So breathe out all the air you have. Once your abs start to tighten, you flex them, and then breathe into your stomach and hold that before you pick up the bar. So that prevents your back from rounding, all right? Basically build up that pocket of air to prevent your back from any type of rounding causing the injuries. Hopefully we'll prevent it, all right? So again, at the very end of the day, we're looking at just getting you stronger, and a braced core is gonna make sure that we do that safely, all right? Feel free to ask me any questions you feel in emails. Thanks, guys.